What is up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Sky Factory 3. So guys, today we have a lot of projects to get done, so we need to get underway. The first thing we're going to do is this lower platform that we built way back in episode 2. We are going to take it and finish it off and put in our mob farm today. So in this chest, you see I have it labeled mob farm. We have all the materials that we're going to need right off the bat to get this mob farm built. Alright, so let's head down our ladder here and get started. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to extend the platform. So we've got some stone slabs here that we'll use for that. We're going to use the lower half slabs for this. It'll prevent mob spawning as well as mob pathfinding in the area. So the first thing we're going to do is hit F9 and we're going to display our chunk barriers. So as you can see, this whole area right here that's open, that is one chunk. We are going to use this for our mob farm. Alright, so we're putting in the last couple lines of slabs here. We're just using our diamond builders one to finish that up, and we now have a platform that covers the entire chunk. So the way we're going to measure this out is we're going to go to the back of the chunk. We're going to take our stairs. Alright, so we're going to take these stairs and we're going to go from here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 9, 10, 11, 12, and 13. So this mob farm is going to be 13 blocks wide, or 13 blocks long. And we're just going to go through and build this entire section right here. So the reason we're building all of this out of stairs instead of usual blocks is because it will prevent the mobs from trying to use their pathfinding to move around. Alright, Endermen won't be able to teleport out of this farm, and it just makes everything a little bit easier for us in getting it set up for a simple mob farm. Alright guys, so we have our wall pretty much complete, and as you can see, I've started putting down some of the slabs. So let's take a look quick. Alright, so we see we got some of these slabs started going down, and then we're going to take the rest of these stairs and just put them around the top. That's going to give us 4 levels of stairs. And then we're going to put the top of the roof of the mob farm on the top row, but it's going to be on the bottom half of the block, just like we did the floor. And the reason for that is that'll prevent the Endermen that spawn in here from going up and teleporting out, and it will allow them to spawn in here. Whereas if we did it lower and did the lower half slab, they probably wouldn't be able to spawn. Alright, and the roof is on. So the only thing we need to do now is just fill in these areas right here with the half slabs. That way it'll meet and block out all of the light. And then we're going to put in our mob fans, which will push the mobs into some stone spikes that will kill and make the mobs drop their items. So we're going to put the mob fans in, and then we're going to put our stone spikes in, and then we're going to fill this in with half slabs, and that should allow us to get some mob spawns. Okay, so we have our first mob fan put in. We're going to put in 2 of our distance upgrades and 2 of our width upgrades. So now we're going to take that and throw the lever on top, or in the front. Oh, gotta be on top. So we're going to throw it on top, and then we're going to flick it on and see how far we get pushed. So we get pushed just here, which should be just far enough for them to get hit by these stone spikes. So first, let's take a couple of spikes. And yes, the spikes do work. So now we'll make a path. Oh, we have to go outside to turn that off. That width upgrade's really working. Let's turn off the mob fan. Let's put in a path of slabs right here. And there we go. Throw down a torch so we're not spawning anything. And then let's flick on our upgrade here. So we are a little bit short actually. It looks like we're gonna need a few more mob upgrades than what we thought. So let's try putting in 2 more width upgrades, or 2 more distance upgrades, and flick it on and see what happens. Alright, so we get pushed straight into the spikes. Let's try taking out 1 distance upgrade and see how far we go. Okay, so let's do that and we'll get pushed, and it looks like we're gonna get pushed straight into the spikes. Yep, that's exactly what happens. We get pushed straight into the spikes. So 3 distance upgrades will be just fine to kill all of our mobs. Alright guys, so we have all of our upgrades installed into our mob fans. Right here you can see we have 3 mob fan distance upgrades with 2 mob fan width upgrades. Same thing here and same thing down here. So now we are ready to test this thing out. So we are going to just take all the torches out here, and then we're going to turn the fans on, board it up, and see what we get in a little bit. Alright guys, the mob farm works. We went down there and took a look and see what we could get, and we got some drops there just from maybe about 5 minutes in the mob farm. So 5 minutes in the mob farm, we had already gotten an enderman to spawn, and we had gotten a number of different loot bags. So this is the main thing that we've been looking for, because we need to make a better way of collecting our items. Because right now, if you guys probably noticed that we did not make any way to collect items. And the way we're going to do this is through the ender pearl to make an item collector, and make an advanced item collector which will collect items from a distance and pull them into whatever chest or crate that they're connected to. Alright guys, now that the mob farm is complete, we are gonna go and we need to get soul sand. And the reason we need to get soul sand is because we want to start our storage system. So we can take a look at the storage drawers mod pack, and then let's go look at the drawer controller, which is the main item for this entire mod pack. So the drawer controller interacts with all the drawers that are connected to it and allows the items to be sorted throughout the system for any connected drawers up to 12 blocks away. So you need stone, you need any drawer from the storage drawers mod pack, a diamond, and you need redstone comparators. And this is why we need soul sand, because we need nether quartz. Now to get the nether quartz, all you have to do is sieve soul sand. And right now, we don't have a way to get any soul sand, so we are going to make a way. It's really easy to do. All you have to do is you take dirt, and you take ancient spores that we got from our sieving, and you plant them on dirt blocks to make mycelium. Now, we take stone barrels and put it on the mycelium, so that way we can put water into it, and it will turn into witch water, and it will turn it into soul sand. Alright guys, so the water has now completely turned into witch water. All we have to do is stick our sand in just like so, and we get soul sand back out. Now we take the soul sand, we got 6 of them right now, and we put it into our sieve with a diamond stiffened mesh. This will give us the highest chance for nether quartz. So as we go through here, we can see, I can actually see the item icons from the nether quartz. And we have 5 nether quartz. So let's go look at our drawer controller again. And our redstone comparator. So we have plenty to make this redstone comparator, so that way we can make our drawer controller. So guys, I'll be right back while we get that done, and then we'll get cracking onto this storage system. Alright guys, so we actually built us a whole nother platform. We built a chunk sized platform to house all of our sieving and energy storage, and we're actually going to put our storage system up here to start with, because that platform behind me is actually going to be going, because if you can see down here, it's right above our mob spawner, which is not going to be any good for us because it reduces the mob spawn rates. So I went and took everything from over there and moved it over here. So now we're going to put in our storage system so we can have a way to sort all of our items that we get from here. So is what we're going to do to start, we're actually going to put our drawer controller right here on the end. And then we're going to take and put all of our basic drawers first. We're going to put these 3 high. And then we're gonna, that's not what I wanted it to do. Let's see, we need our pickaxe. Run over here, grab our pickaxe real quick. Come back. Alright, so we're gonna take these out, and then we are going to put, uh-oh, lost that one to the void. So we're gonna put all of these right here, basic drawers, we're gonna stack them up just like this. And then we got 1 more, 2, 3, and then 1, 2, and that will be the 3rd one. So is what we're gonna do is we're actually gonna take and put our compacting drawers right over here. Just like so. And then we're gonna get them all going this way. And then we'll make a column here so that way we can connect all of the compacting drawers together with the basic drawers for our storage system. So now we're going to take and put transfer nodes on the front of all of these sieves, just like so. These will go on the bottom, and then we're going to connect these up just like so, and put it feeding directly into our store, directly into our sieve network. Take that torch out, and then we're going to put this down like that, and it's going to feed into our drawer controller. So then we've got to run these just like this, going that way. Take that out, and then we will run this over and down 1 and connect that in here. And we will do the same thing for our sieves up here. We're going to take and put 1, 2, and then we're going to connect them all the way over into our network. Maybe we'll have enough. Nope, we're actually like 1 transfer pipe short. So I'll connect that up, and then that's going to put everything into the storage system. Alright guys, so we are back, and we have got our storage system completely in place for our sieving network. So as you can see, we've got all the lapis and all the ores coming in, emeralds, redstone, diamond. We actually have 6 diamond blocks now. So we've got all of that in place. The next thing will be probably in the next episode. I'm going to make another storage system on this side that will be for our mob farm downstairs. So let's go ahead and head downstairs, and I'll show you what we're going to do next. So as you can see, we've got 4 small storage crates down here, and all of them are completely full of items. So for a temporary solution, we're going to make another small platform, and then we're going to transfer all the items from these barrels over into a storage system here, and then we'll transport them up when we get the other storage system built. But for right now, we're going to make an easier way to travel between the mob farm and our base platform up there. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to make the Ender IO travel anchors. So the only thing you need for these travel anchors are iron, conduit binders, and pulsating crystals. Now the reason we couldn't do this before is because the pulsating crystals require pulsating iron nuggets. Now to make those, you need to have ender pearls smelted with iron. So now that we have the mob farm that can spawn endermen, and it's been killing them fairly regularly, we have a few stacks of ender pearls. We can go ahead and make that and get started. So to get started with making our travel anchor, we need to make the pulsating crystal first. So all we do is take our pulsating iron nuggets, and then we stick a diamond in the middle. That's going to make our pulsating crystal. And then we take and put our iron in the corners, and then make a cross pattern with the conduit binders and put the pulsating crystal in the middle, and that is going to make us a travel anchor. As you can see in the floor here, I've already made one marked as production for the top floor, and let's head down to the mob farm and we can put the one down there and label it, and we can teleport back and forth. Alright, so we made it down here to the mob farm. So now let's just hop up here and we will throw down our travel anchor, throw a torch on top of it. We'll hop on, right click it, and then we can set a name for it. Let's call this mob spawner, or let's call it mob farm. And that's it. You just look at the other travel anchor, jump, and you teleport up there. These require no power and are very handy in the early game. So let's hop back down here to the mob farm. We can grab whatever materials that we need, and then you can hop right back up, minimizing the amount of interruption that you have to your mob farm. So now the way we're going to get down there is, from now on, is using that travel anchor. Now we can take out the whole ladder. So we can just do this, and then we're just going to vein mine the whole thing down, stick that block back in there, and then we'll jump down and finish cleaning it up. Alright, so as you can see, our ladder has been removed, so now we have a nice clean mob farm with no physical connections, and we just use our teleporter to get back and forth. So now you guys are probably wondering why I took out those other two platforms. The reason I did that was because, one, I want the platforms to be centered on the chunks that they are in. So if we hit F9, we can see that this platform takes up the entire chunk that it's in. Same thing will go for that platform over there, and it will help give sky access and not cover the mob farm, which will help our spawn rates because the game won't be looking to spawn any mobs above that mob farm. Alright guys, so the last thing I wanted to get done before we end this episode is, since we have ender pearls and pulsating iron, we can completely take out these transfer nodes, which you see I have done already, and I seem to have missed one. But we can take and remove all of these and replace them with the Ender IO item conduits, like you see here I have feeding into the seas. Now the reason we're going to do this is because, one, the transfer nodes are very bulky, and there's not really many ways to control where the items go besides just taking them out of one place and putting them into another one. Whereas with the Ender IO conduits, you can actually take them and run them in the same block as these energy conduits. So it's going to allow us to really compact this build in the future. So to make the energy conduits, let's come down here to our crafting table. All you do is take your pulsating iron, put it in the middle, put your conduit binders on the outsides, and then that'll make your item conduits. So we can make all of those and then replace all the item conduits here in the system. Alright, so now everything is hooked up. Now we have to just go through and make sure everything is on extract. Green channel, hit always active, and we are good to go. So now they will start extracting all the items that all these sieves are producing and run them into the chest. That one right. You can run these here. Extract. Make sure they're always active. So in between episodes, I think I'm going to kind of take a crack at compacting this a little bit more. Maybe using less sieves and hammers to try to get the same result that we have here. Well guys, that's all the time I have for this episode. Thank you guys for stopping by, and I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, hit that like button down below, and if you want to stay up to date on more of my Sky Factory 3 videos, hit that subscribe button down below. But I'll see you next time. Thanks guys, take it easy, bye.